Hello, happy it is a Saturday and we're doing a little bit of a different vlog today because we have my hairdresser Fliss here.
Hi!
So we're going to do a vlog on all things hair. So you're gonna see me get my hair cut. We're gonna do tips about having nice, although my hair's a bit of a mess right now, but tips for having nice hair and healthy hair, and some Q&A from people who have just asked on social media what questions they want to ask Fliss. So this is Fliss. She's just doing Papa Ginger's hair now. Fliss has cut my hair for...
Oh God.
Oh,
Scared. How many years?
It's definitely over 10, maybe
Definitely.
like even 15 or something.
Yeah.
So do you want to tell them a little bit about what you've done, like your history in cutting hair, like how...
I sure do. I started in Toni Guy when I was 16 and I was there for 19 years, and then I left to go self-employed, which I am currently doing now. So I work out of a salon in Newcastle called East Terrace Hairdressing, and then I also freelance, which is how I'm here. Yeah, I've been staff trainer in my years, entered competitions, just all the things that you do when you're working for Toni Guy, which was great fun. Learned so much, yeah, and then now I'm here.
Yeah. So while Fliss is finishing doing my hair, we're going to do a bit of a Q&A. So the first thing we're going to talk about is top tips for keeping your hair looking healthy and happy. So I think my top tip is getting it cut regularly.
Indeed, yeah.
Because when I leave it a while, I really notice the difference. So I used to think that hairdressers said like every 4 to 6 weeks because they just wanted your money, but I think now around about 6 weeks is right for me. What do you think?
Yeah, definitely. Because it's not, this is my motto, it's not what you take off, it's where you take it off that counts. So it's so important just to have those little freshen ups for hair health and for, you know, your maintenance and the styling aspect of it.
Yeah, it gets way harder to do if once I've left it past like 6 to 8 weeks.
Indeed, yeah. And that goes alongside with, just as important, is a healthy diet. You know, you can't have a very unhealthy diet and think that your hair is gonna be glossy and shiny.
What kind of things that you eat affect your hair, do you think?
In bad ways.
Yeah.
Well, just...
And good ways, both.
Yeah, well, in easy and simple, in good ways, you know, plenty of fruit, vegetable, good clean protein helps, because that helps with hair growth. Bad things, I mean, obviously first things first is things like smoking, alcohol, just general unhealthy foods, which is what society we've got everywhere, haven't we? It's easier to find something unhealthy. I
heard somebody say if you eat loads of like chocolate and crap, it makes your hair greasier. Is that right?
It depends on the body, because our hair, a lot of our hair all runs off, you know, it's to do with your hormones, as you know, because when we had the static thing as well, didn't we? And your hair,
my hair still
goes thin when you after you had a child, your hair would always go thick.
Yeah.
So it's issues like that. So it all depends on the person. So it could be chocolate for myself, but then it could be crisps for yourself. Do you know what I mean? It's all different.
Yeah. Have you got any other tips for making your hair look healthy and
coconut oil? Coconut oil. So if you know, so say if you're planning to wash your hair on the morning, that night time, plaster your hair in coconut oil and then just shampoo it off as, you know, as normal. It's amazing for your hair. It really is.
Put the coconut oil on your hair and sleep in it?
Yes. Yeah.
So would
just
that work
plaster
for
it
somebody
on.
like me? Because my hair, like I only condition the ends because my hair gets greasy so quick and it looks greasy easily. If I did that, would my hair not look greasy the next day? No, because you're washing it, so you're doing it. So if you knew you were going to wash your hair tomorrow morning, you'd pop it on tonight. Okay. It's amazing. I mean, to be honest, your hair, it's healthy, it doesn't need coconut oil, but you know, if you've got dry hair and lack of shine, which you don't have, Mine's very shiny, but it goes greasy so fast.
Yeah.
That's my problem, how oily it gets.
And with that,
we've talked about training it before, haven't we? But I never seem to get past the second day.
Well, that's the only thing. The more you wash it, the more your hair becomes reliant on the being clean. So and perfect example, one of my friends down in London, she would wash her hair every day, but she's got a fringe, and I would always say to her, just wash your fringe and tie the rest back and get your hair used to it. Well, living in London, and she's just actually bought a house further out, so it meant getting up earlier. So she's actually trained her hair, and she said to me in November when I was down, it's the best thing that she's ever done is train her hair.
But did her fringe just not get greasy?
Just wash the fringe.
I know, but then does she still not need to wash her fringe every day?
No, but yeah, that's what I mean, just wash the fringe every day.
Okay.
So like, she would tie her hair back, and then just over the sink, just wash your fringe.
I could maybe get away with that.
Yeah, and then, so still wash your hair maybe every other day, but definitely just wash your fringe. God, when I had a fringe, I always used to do it.
Yeah.
I actually used to be able to go for about, well, maybe weeks being a bit dramatic, but I used to go for a long time without washing my hair.
I feel like it's gone static there.
I know we're having issues today with your staticnesses.
It's this time of year it goes really static.
It's because heating, electricity in the air.
Yeah. Super annoying. So do you have any other tips for keeping your hair healthy?
Always use a good shampoo and conditioner, which is obviously quite
what makes
obvious.
them good?
In the ingredients is imperative. Like a lot of your cheaper shampoos, I don't want to say any names, if they've got a lot of silicone in, which silicone, yes, it would make your hair look lovely for a short period, but then it would build up in your hair,
and then you'll need to use like
and then it'll just be greasy.
Yeah,
so,
I've noticed that with some shampoos actually, and then you need to use like a clarifying shampoo to strip it back out.
Yes, indeed. And a really, I always say to my clients, because obviously the stuff that we sell in the salon is a lot dearer, I always say you can't go wrong with L'Oreal Elvive, because I mean L'Oreal, as you know, is a fantastic make. They're the owners of,
except that they're owned by Nestle, who are boycott, so I can't use L'Oreal
really?
right now. Yeah.
Oh, well, I'm vegan, so I was supposed to put Nestle, but anyway, regardless of all that, it is they are
so
really
that's a good one. Are there any others you like?
If you're willing to pay, a really fabulous one is Sebastian or Evo. Evo is as natural can be without being organic. But yeah, just a really lovely product.
So hair is done.
We're back.
Swish, I'm covered in hair.
Story of my life, try being me.
Yeah, that must suck. So we'll quickly finish if there's any last tips, and then we'll do the questions on my phone. So
we've covered diet, the coconut oil, good shampoo and conditioner.
Yeah, the cut regularly.
Yeah, cut regularly, yeah. And I think a lot of people, you need, especially those with long hair, you need to be kind to your hair. So when you're combing it through, we all tend, I mean, I'm a culprit myself, so like brush it through like that, you know, ripping it from the top to rip the tats out. But you shouldn't. What you should do is start from the bottom and work your way up, and you'll find it a lot easier. And that as well, if you've got children, because we just tend to like rip it through.
Yeah.
And especially toward the back. But really, what you need to do is comb it like from the base.
Yeah.
From the bottom upwards, and you'll find it a lot easier. And obviously, then you're not ripping the cuticles as such. So that's a really handy one to know. Yeah. If you're a swimmer. Most important, either, well, one of two things, if not both, cover your hair, like buy a really cheap conditioner, plaster your hair in it before you get into the water, or coconut oil, that's what I do.
Would you say the same for if you were on holiday as well, to do the same?
Yeah. Maybe it's not, well, you could use the coconut oil if you're on holiday, but then the concern is because coconut oil actually is factor 5, so if you were to go like that onto your hair and then, you know, maybe rubbed your skin without even realising, you could maybe like fry yourself in certain patches of your hair. So if you are going to use coconut oil to protect your hair on holiday, just ensure that you're washing your hands afterwards, you know, so you're not accidentally getting a bit of coconut oil on your bare skin, because then that would be a really high, like, you know, you'd burn yourself. Yeah, so cheap conditioner, or even really soak your hair prior to going in the pool. So like, you know, with the showers, have your hair completely wet, because then your hair can only absorb so much, so it's going to create a barrier so it won't absorb as much chlorine.
That's a good tip.
Yeah.
Anything else?
If you already are a swimmer and you don't practice that, so you've got chlorine in your hair, a good one is, I mean, I would advise it if you've got a really bright colour, but in with your shampoo, mix a tiny bit of I always say fairy up liquid, like washing up liquid, because that really helps to strip the chlorine out, because those who've got chlorine in the hair know that it's a nightmare. It just makes your hair feel greasy. That's really good tips if you're swimming.
Did that.
Yeah, because like chlorine, I know straight away. So if I do a new client and I don't know that they're a swimmer, I can tell if they've got chlorine in their hair straight away.
That's interesting.
That's a good one.
Let's see what questions we've got. Okay. You're not really a colourist though. It said tips for home colouring when you have dark hair and want to hide grey roots. Also easy quick updos for a mum with 2 minutes a morning to do hair, so bored of ponytails and buns. That's from Joe from 3 Kids and No Sleep.
Hi Joe. The colour one, I mean, I don't actually do colour myself, but I have trained in it years ago. So what was the question again? Sorry, about the roots. A good
tips for home colouring when you have dark hair and want to hide grey roots.
So, well, I'll give you 2 answers there. So I don't know if you always put, when you are colouring your hair, always put it on the roots first, leave it 20 minutes, and then put it through to your ends, because then it takes more onto your roots. I mean, I don't know if you practiced that already, but that is a very good tip, because obviously if you put it straight through the ends absorb the hair, so it's going to come out a different tone to the top. So always do your roots first, and then 20 minutes later then do the ends, if you do the ends. In between your colours, you can get now, they're almost like little eyeshadows.
Yeah, that, those, like in little sprays and stuff.
Yeah, like your dark dry shampoo is fantastic for covering roots. Really, really good.
I use Batiste dry shampoo, but the one, was it Toni Guy's one? That was better.
The Label M one, yeah.
The only problem I think with the dark dry shampoo is then it rubs onto your face and stuff, like it goes on your hands and stuff, makes you look like you've got dirty nails. Like if I ever scratch my head or something, then I'm like, I look like I've been clawing through dirt.
Exactly, but well, that's it. All these things always have a side effect almost, don't they? So, but yeah, that's a good one. But the original product that was released, that I think personally, I don't use it, but for the feedback I've had is the Wow one. So it's like literally like an eyeshadow, you just pop it onto your roots. Clients of mine love that one. Again, and with your dry shampoos, the Baptista one is good, but whoa, is it powerful when it comes out. It's like whoosh. So be careful where you are, because you don't want to spray the area. And if you're doing it like that, you're literally just going to have so much here, because I made that mistake. I borrowed my friend's, and hers was the normal one, and I literally just had like whoof, loads there.
Yeah, I find that as well.
I hope that helps, Joe.
Let's see what else we've got. Let's see, her other question was...
Oh, about the hair ups.
Yeah. Quick updos for a mum with 2 minutes on a morning and to do hair, so bored of ponytails and buns.
Oh, right, because I was going to say a top knot, which I always love, and the messier it is the better. So literally, a top knot is similar to a bun, really, but you're putting your hair in the bobble really, like, quite high up. Like normally you'd put it there, but put it that slightly bit higher. Literally, like, either don't brush it or give it a quick back comb and just wrap it around and just put clips in, because then it comes out a bit untidy. That one's really lovely.
I can't do a top knot though.
But you know what?
I just do nothing.
Yeah, well, you've got short hair.
Yeah.
But top knots are great, but like I say, the more not bothered about it you are, the better it looks.
Yeah.
So literally just scrap it up, do it quick. If you fuss with it,
I think those look better if you've got thick hair though, because for me, I'd just end up with like, I mean, obviously my hair's short now, but even if it was long, I'd just end up with this tiny,
like a little,
puny
little pebbles thing.
Yeah. Whereas like you see these like
worse?
lifestyle vloggers and stuff, and they've got like these huge, and then people use those squidgy things, don't they?
Yeah, like, and you can get like now bobbles with extra bits of hair on.
Wow.
Right, a quick
2018, folks. 2018.
I know, yeah. I mean, depending on the length of your hair, another quite easy one, I mean, it doesn't sound easy, like you just bring your hair back, and best again to not brush it, and like almost as if you were doing like a pleat, but just sort of like twirl it up, and then just put your like your pins in, so then when the rounding bits pop out, it almost makes it look like, you know, you've had it pinned up nicely. With my advice on all of that is, the messier it looks, the better it tends to be. So don't be fussy with it. Just throw it up, hide some clips in, and chances are it'll look better than if you're trying too hard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Louise says, hat weather makes my hair so flat.
Yeah.
Any tips for getting some volume back when I arrive somewhere and take off my bobble hat? That happens to me as well.
Yeah, that's very, very, very good question. So what you need to do is this rewind from taking your hat off. It comes when you've washed your hair and your hair is wet. You need to use a good blow dry product on your hair, whether it be in like a volume foam or...
Do you know what? You're going to tell me off here, but I don't use any products on my hair when I'm drying it and stuff. And
Well,
I know I should get some.
You really should, because when you wash your hair and it's soft, you haven't got that leeway with it, whereas you want a bit of tack in it. You know, it's like if you go to the hairdresser for a hair up, they always advise you not to wash it that day or wash it the previous night. Yeah, because then you've got a bit of tack in your hair, so that when you take your hat off, yes, it's flat and you might have a bit of static, but if you've got the product and the base in there, you just give it a little bit of a woof like that, and it will bring it back to life.
Okay, what kind of product would you recommend? What would you recommend for me with my fine, prone to oiliness?
Definitely like a dry product. So I used the Label M, the volume foam. I'm pointing over there because my case is over there. The volume foam, which is quite dry.
Get me some.
Yeah.
I like
more dry products, not your grease. Because a lot of the products now on the shelves, they're all greasy. You know, like serums, but realistically, you need more dry. For a style that's going to last longer, you need drier products, because then again it'll help with the greasiness.
Yeah.
So
well, I noticed that sometimes if I use dry shampoo, my hair's like fine the next day and it has loads more volume.
Yeah, exactly.
But that's the problem I have though. It's like I say, if I use a one for dark hair, then I look like I've been down a mine, and if I use one for like the normal white ones, then I look like I'm going grey. So it's
yeah,
like, they're not ideal yet, are they?
Just try and spray it from really far away.
Yeah. That Aribe one, people talk highly about that. Like some kind of texturizing spray.
Oh, I've not heard of that.
Oh, really?
Like working from the salon, I know
specific brands.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, for your hair, I would go for like a light mousse or like foam. And mousses these days, when you think of mousse, you think of like years ago mousse.
Like so 90s.
Yeah, but no, mousses now, you know, they're more like light foams.
Yeah.
As such. Yeah, so basically get a good base product on your hair, so that when you take your hat off, and then the static will go, and you can just literally just go like that, and because your hair's got that tack in it, it will stay.
Great. I'll see if I've got any more questions. I mean, my mum was asking any suggestions for easy styles for curly frizzy hair, but you said it's really difficult to see without
seeing the hair. Yeah. Curly hair needs layers, because curly hair sits like a triangle, so it's like that, it curls down here, so you always need a layer. But then there's a very fine line between layered too much and it not being a nice haircut, and you need your layers like this sort of area, because if you take too much from the bottom, you're gonna go like, it's gonna go poofy, which you don't want. yeah, so I mean, really, without seeing your hair, I'm presuming it's, I don't know, if you've got longer hair, you just definitely need a very light layer. And always have a good product. I'll find like a souffle or like a very, very creamy wax. You know, even like your men's wax, but a very, very creamy one. You know, so almost like you've got like a cream in your hands. Just when it's not dry and it's not wet, so in the middle, just scrunch it in. And that, because that's what I do when I wear my hair curly.
Yeah, because yours is naturally curly, isn't it?
Yeah, well, it's got a kink in, so I have to blow dry it straight, or I have to give it the, you know, that. And what I always do is like,
I'd never get my hair as curly as what yours is.
No,
mine just
really
wants to
curly.
be straight. Like, even if somebody, like, because you've tried to tell me how to curl it before, and I still can't do it. But if somebody does it for me, like, it just want to fall out immediately. Like,
it's because your type of hair. But yeah, that's my advice. So a nice creamy wax, and I mean very, very creamy, you know, almost like a moisturiser. Scrunch that in when it's not dry and it's not wet, right perfectly in the middle, and just, you know, scrunch it. Don't brush it in between washes, imperative, because you're just creating more frizz. Yeah, so that's the one for curly, really, because it's difficult without seeing your hair as to what style.
Yeah.
To be fair.
Great. Well, I've just checked and there's no more questions.
No problem.
So let's have a look at the time. We'll leave it there because we'll just talk all day, won't we?
Yeah, yes. Yeah.
So thank you very much for answering everybody's questions.
Oh, it's a pleasure.
Thank you for cutting my hair.
Yeah.
And everybody, if you can go and subscribe to Fliss's channel, the links are in the description below. If you're local and you need your haircut, Fliss is your girl.
Yeah.
And thank you for watching. If you haven't subscribed to us, then please make sure you do. Give us a thumbs up and
a cheeky thumbs up.
for now.
Bye. Thank you.